Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, as I lean away for a moment, I just realized that if I have to roll dice today, I have nothing to roll them on.
There are just no surfaces. Where are the surfaces?
Wait, we could roll them in the
Roll them
void.
on
It'd
the
be
bed.
fun. Wait, how do you think astronauts play Avatar Legends?
Oh.
Do you think they let it clatter against a wall and hope for the best?
You know, zero
I wonder if they
gravity dice rolling has to be really suspenseful and drawn out.
Yeah.
I would
wonder if they,
want like a
catch them and
magnetized
do-
plate.
If it's like flipping a coin where you catch it and do that, except on your palm.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
You gotta chase the dice and be like, ooh, ah. It's a good thing we only have a 2-dice system. If we were doing, scum and villainy or trophy, I couldn't catch all those against the back of my hand. Danny, how are you?
I am good. My roommate is currently practicing drums, which hopefully shouldn't go on too long, but
Oh. Do they want to come practice in this room? It could be a fun, auditory experience for listeners.
what's very unfortunate is there's a vent that leads straight to the basement right next to my desk. And so until that ends, I will be muted unless necessary.
Well, if
Okay.
they're practicing right now, we can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it?
No. At least
I
I
can-
can't.
Okay.
Very lightly hear something, but
Okay.
Well,
It sounds like
my-
someone
and
very
my-
faintly falling down the stairs over and over again.
Oh,
Yeah,
speaking of, that's why
accurate.
Gus is not with us right now.
Oh no, he's currently still falling down the stairs.
Yeah. You know the stairs from Rocky, guys? Gus has a work obligation at the stairs of Rocky. It's going to be about 15 minutes. Don't worry.
Oh
so
no.
fun fact, I fell down the stairs when I was 2 and broke my arm.
Oh, not as fun as fun facts go,
Well-
but thank you, Nikki.
I the reason I fell down is because my sister and I were riding our rocking horses down the stairs.
Much more fun, very bold.
Can I say something very offensive to any babies that might be listening? If you are under the age of 3 years old, I'm so sorry. I don't understand how kids break their bones because to me they're just like jelly until they're 8. What do you mean you broke your bone? You're old enough to have those? I think
Yeah,
that you are not
apparently.
yet.
Think
We
you
actually think-
bent your bones?
Right.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever looked at a newborn? That's not
Mhm.
solid. You could shake it like jelly, I promise.
You should not shake it like jelly.
But you can. But you can.
Anyone listening, you should not shake a baby like jelly.
I mean,
But if
I'm
you
with Will.
do it front to back.
Mm.
I'm with Will. I was basically jelly,
Thank
until 8, and then I just suddenly materialized in solid form.
Right. Me personally, I was plasma.
Can't decide which state of matter to be.
Oh
You're
my
not
god,
born
it's
in
like
a
the
solid
Divergent book
object.
series, but you choose your state of matter.
Ooh.
Oh.
Is that reference might just be for me. That's okay.
That's the one where he has all the tattoos of the star signs because he's like, I want to be a Libra and a Virgo.
I don't think so.
No. Oh.
We should just be like, oh, it's that thing, and then just choose the wrong thing, each of us in turn.
Yeah, that might be like a hyper Gen Z reference. It was like a bad dystopian novel.
I remember all the marketing for the Divergent series, but I haven't yet watched or engaged anything or read anything. So
Don't
yeah,
watch it.
no, I kind of remember some marketing. That's it.
Please don't watch it. It didn't make enough money, so they did not make the last movie in the series.
That's hilarious.
They planned a 4-movie series, 1 for book 1, 1 for book 2, and 2 for book 3. And then the last half of book 3 never got made because part 1 flopped so hard.
Oh wow.
So
it feels even more brutal than if you just had 4 books and tried for a movie for each book.
yeah,
Like if you get halfway
Yeah.
into book 3 and can't finish, that stinks.
That was bad.
I feel like
Oh.
the first Divergent movie kind of came out like around when like Hunger Games came out, right? So they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is catching." It was like Hunger Games, and I think Maze Runner
hmm
was also happening. So like, "Oh, this is really catching. Let's do this."
I could
And it
literally talk
just didn't
about
work out.
that era in fiction for several hours, but I won't. I'm
Mm.
unsure how long we have to stall, so I could, but I won't.
Divergent.
I just
That's
want to
one where
say
he
that
puts a cigarette in his mouth, right, and goes, "It's a metaphor."
See, I was
That
thinking it was the maze one.
the metaphor was The Fault in Our Stars, I believe,
Oh, oh no.
which infamously they have cancer in that one, and it's only dystopian because of American healthcare.
Which is
Are you telling
plenty
me that
dystopian.
Very, very dystopian. Yes.
Telling me that we live in a dystopian society right now?
Oh
Well,
yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. R.I.P. to Chronicles of Narnia. That also died on the vine.
Yeah.
They're making a TV series though,
Okay.
and Greta Gerwig's directing, and I love that woman. That is my white woman
Oh.
queen. So I support her.
Nice.
So
Nice.
it'll probably be good then.
Yeah,
Because I heard about it and I was like, that's gonna be bad. But if Greta Gerwig's doing it.
Yeah.
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 might have to
I don't
check
know
it
how
out.
many movies we got into Chronicles of Narnia. Was it 4? And then they just stopped. I don't know if it was because of a box office failure or what, but I think it's been almost 10 years or something.
I'm researching. Do not worry.
I think we
I
had,
just pictured you typing the words "do not worry" into Google.
we had Lion with Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, the one about the boat.
The
I'm-
boat one. Voyage of the Dawn Treader, is that right?
Yeah, Voids of the Dawn Treader.
Yeah.
Guys, there were
Maybe just
7 Narnia books. Those were not all getting made. Sorry to burst anyone's bubble who's listening to this really big Narnia stan. We're not getting 7 of those.
Oh no. Well, we had 7 Harry Potter movies.
We had 8 Harry Potter movies, Tina.
We had 8 Harry Potter movies.
I think
I
we're
know.
at, what, 11?
Wait. So that's why it's called Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Indeed. It had
Yeah.
so much hype. I think it's still the world record setter, which makes sense just from, a few different angles, but
Mm.
come on,
Don't worry.
society.
We're
We
coming
need some
for it.
more. Yeah. We need to take Harry Potter off the top of those charts.
We need to. Oh, we need
There are other and better stories, y'all. Like, do they need to be 8, part movie series stories? Maybe not, but if someone has a good one, they want to dethrone HP.
Yeah. I'm working on
Could be
writing
good.
some.
Hey.
Nikki,
Everyone.
when we get 9 movies, I will be sat to trust and believe.
Well, on this subject, I will ditch any sort of prepared banter and just because I'm just too interested in things related to this. Like, what are series that ended that you wished would not? And that could be movies or it could be a show that was not
Firefly.
renewed. Oh,
Mm.
I'm sorry.
you're gonna speak to our Scum and Villainy fans. Yeah.
When I was a child, my sisters introduced me to Freaks and Geeks, and then when I finished watching it, they told me, "Oh, this show doesn't exist anymore. There's no more of it," and I cried.
Oh,
I loved it so much.
I know it went on for quite literally 8 seasons, and we watched about 14 children grow up during the course of it. But I think that Once Upon a Time deserves a reboot already, and they should
Mm.
not update the CGI at all because it was perfect. It was perfect. I still cannot get over how that kid who played Henry literally grew up on TV, and I was like, yeah, this show should keep going. Actually,
I just loved him getting into the awkward voice era.
was,
Oh my
he was
god.
like
Mom.
22 when that show ended. Like,
I didn't realize it got that far. Olivia and I could not bear to make it past season like 5 or something.
Yeah, I probably stopped about then too.
Yeah, but
I
for
just kept
7
holding.
seasons.
I kept holding on for hope. I was like,
I know. I was
like
it started
season
out
1 was so good.
It was so
Season
good.
2 was okay. Season 3 had moments, and then I feel like I remember it dipping pretty hard. Season 4, I remember just like hating myself. Season 5, I think I was hating myself.
It's funny because that's also when I stopped watching Walking Dead. Like around season 5. After that, I was like, it's just
Yeah.
too much. Do you know Breaking Bad only has 5 seasons, and it's one of the perfect shows.
Can I
maybe
also
that's
say- Where's our Glee boot?
Ah.
I
Mhm.
Listen, I hate Leah Michelle, but get her illiterate ass back in the booth right now. It's so fun to hate her on TV.
Ooh, we can do a reverse Mean Girls and do a Glee boot with no singing.
When I tell you to eat that up, if they did like a hard drama following Artie just trying to live in New York City, I'd be sad. Kevin McHale, call me. I have a role for you. I can't pay you, but I have a role for you.
That's excellent. Do you think that the Glee boot would also like preserve the stylistic elements of Glee in the sense that like I don't know how to describe it because I'm not like I don't have enough sound engineering language, but you know that like very stark transition from the way someone's talking to the way their voice sounds when all of a sudden they're in song.
Yes.
And like how like as I listened back to that, I'm like, this is so era specific. Like it makes total sense to me.
I hope they make it worse. And they pull a Mean Girls movie with it, and they have to pull out their phones to record TikTok every time they try to sing or something stupid. Like I want it to be like an in-universe choice, just to make it feel
Mhm.
worse. Yeah. Also, I think that they should preserve the homophobia and the transphobia. I will never forget in season 1, episode 4. Sue Sylvester chops like a foot-long ponytail off of a man and says, "Now you'll stop confusing me with your she-male looks." Justin, I have to bleep that.
Oh
I'm so
my
sorry.
God.
It was
Wow.
so funny to me. You guys can't laugh at that. You guys can't laugh at that, but to me it was so funny.
Can I laugh
Me,
at
it
the
was
part
so
that
funny.
the part that to you it was so funny? Like
Just
what
listen
is
to that whole
happening?
sentence actually, because Justin will get this pulled off the air if that sentence remains as is. Sorry to everybody. It's also Twitch TOS legal. Don't worry, guys.
Thank you for being on top of your stuff, Will. Yeah.
Fully prepared.
I have not watched all of Glee. I did not realize that line was in there. I am
It's-
watching my wife watch Glee again. So
Good. That's the way it should be consumed. Not directly, ever.
Oh my
Both
God.
Glee and Grey's Anatomy I consumed indirectly because of partners.
Do you guys get the Grey's Anatomy clips on TikTok?
Yes. Ugh, I hate it.
I think
I
I've
do
watched that whole show.
No, literally. I watched that whole show and the entirety of The Sopranos through TikTok.
See it.
That
I
is
don't have
amazing.
TikTok.
You are so lucky.
Well, okay, correction. I technically have TikTok, but I honestly, it was very overwhelming to have the videos autoplay.
Oh, I
So
turned
I
that
just
off.
stopped it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't figure that out. So I was just like, you know what? This app is not for me.
Make it so they just loop over and over and over again while you're reading the comments, so everyone around you can just yell at you for how annoyed they are because they're hearing the same TikTok replay over and over and over again while I laugh at the comments.
I think that's one of the superior social experiences of TikTok is to bother people around you who don't have full
Yes.
context. Regarding series, I don't know if y'all have ever found your way to Farscape.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
That is an old school, like I think late 90s, maybe ending in the beginning of 2000s, sci-fi that gives me a lot of touchstones for what I'm doing in the Scum and Villainy show, The Professionals. So this character named Dargo has influenced me a lot in what I'm doing with Graves. And it has all the tropiness, all the wonderfulness of that era and of like sci-fi, and had I forget how many seasons, but I loved them all. And it was the first show that I actually watched alone, like multi-season show that I watched alone, as like I think end of high school age. So it just cemented something in me at that time. Like I never watched just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this whole series alone, and I did that, and I loved it. And now Farscape is forever in my heart. So would love for that to be renewed. Not that it's possible.
Can I apologize in advance for continuing to think about Glee?
Yeah.
Sorry, my girlfriend just came off camera to bring me a Snapple and is pointing at them, trying to communicate to me without speaking.
Snapple.
I was gonna say Justin said Warehouse 13 in the comments, and yes, I honestly don't remember how that one ended because it's been a while, but I remember liking it a lot.
Okay,
What happened to the first 12 warehouses?
that's a great question. Like Big Hero 6? My grandfather was so pissed at me. He was like, what do you mean you're watching Big Hero 6 and watch the first 5?
You're
And I
not
was
skipping the first 5.
I was like, that's not this kind of series. That's not the kind of series. He did not believe me. He was really mad. And then when I made him watch it, he still insisted on watching the first 5. And he was not kidding. It wasn't a bit. He was 70 and confused.
Oh my gosh! You'd have just like introduced him to the TV show.
Right. We're just gonna start giving him content. I'm gonna just pull up fan fiction and have like Siri read it to him. Be like, this is Big Hero 2. Where is the Glee TTRPG? Justin, this is a sincere plea. If you have read a TTRPG, can you do the Glee TTRPG? I think that'd be great.
Tanny, if you change it to Glee TRPG, then it's just like Glee Top.
Glee Top role-playing game.
Role-playing game, or Glee Table role-playing game.
Glee PG.
Glee
Playing
PG.
game.
The Glee RPG.
Glee?
That fits better. RP Glee. Yeah.
Oh!
We need a TTRP Glee.
I just want a random encounter table that includes Sue Sylvester calling you a transphobic slur.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
That is a baked mechanic
No.
would eat.
Chat said, I bet Sully already made it. I think that was in reference to a sci-fi cyberpunky post-Korra Avatar show.
I would love that. It sounds great.
It does it not? There's so many things I would eat up. Let's be honest.
I mean, if they have the capabilities to make a giant laser beam shooting mech, then who knows what else they can use if they harness spirit lasers, you know? Spirit
Yeah.
energy.
Okay, I have a purely logistical question, and I apologize in advance.
Hmm.
Are we gonna do like another clean audio start for when Gus gets here?
No, we're gonna it's probably gonna be what this is.
Oh!
Speaking of,
We're doing a dirty audio.
That was
Jeez.
perfect timing.
what a handsome
All right.
Gus.
I am still in my very corporate attire. Good
I
evening,
love
everyone.
I love it.
Everyone, please meet Corporate Gus.
Hello.
Corporate guts.
These are spreadsheets and pull up VLOOK R cell 34. Thank you.
Yeah.
What I miss? I heard something about clean audio.
We're talking about how dirty our audio is all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and creating logistical censoring nightmares for Justin.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think on our last episode I cursed very strongly, very early, and instantly was
Typical
just like,
Alex things.
Sorry, Justin. You're gonna have to edit that.
Gus, I love that like you back from work is like large volume of water in like a plastic carafe and like blanket on the lap. Like this makes so much sense to me as a recovery mode. Some comforts anchor you.
It's also a kind of not like a graphic blanket. Like it is a very soft blanket, but it's a berserk blanket. So it's two things that shouldn't technically go together. Soft blankie, but angry man. You know? It's who
Maybe
I
it's
am
two
inside.
things that need to be together.
Yeah. It's I'm an angry man, but also I'm so soft, guys. I'm the softest boy.
Soft, angry boy.
To all those angry boys out there, get yourself an angry boy soft blanket.
And the water
may
just
just be what you need.
I'm very dehydrated.
Yeah. Gus, we were just talking about series that we wish hadn't ended, whether TV or movies. And, you know, things that have been brought up, whether we put them in that category or not, such as Once Upon a Time, Glee, Farscape, the old sci-fi series. I forget what else we've said.
Firefly.
Firefly.
I have a hot take about Firefly.
Freaks and Geeks. Uh-oh.
I love Firefly. I literally just I have the 10th anniversary board game sitting like right there. But I think it getting canceled was the best thing that could have happened to that show. That's my hot take.
That is hot. That's sizzling. I can't touch that.
Yeah.
All right, Jack, before we transition, Gus, vibe check. Any reactions on a TTRP Glee? TTRP Glee.
TTRP Glee.
Look, as much as I want a musical episode, I hate Ryan Murphy. So no.
We don't have to give him any money, promise. Trust and believe. Copyright law is fake. That man doesn't know anything. We're making the TTRPG.
Okay, I like it. In that case, yes, musical episodes every week. I'm here for it.
We're not the cast, just we're on the same page.
We're just making the game.
We're hiring equity actors who can sing.
Yep.
We have that in the budget. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. In that case, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
It's in the budget. Don't worry.
That's great. I will say, for me, a series I wish that didn't stop. A set of movies, the Mummy movies, the original Mummy movies.
Ooh.
Just Brendan Fraser getting up to shenanigans.
Yes. Get Tom Cruise
Yes.
out of here.
I'm open to it. But I'm a pretty open person, so I'm not a great benchmark. Like back in college, I feel like I was the ultimate litmus test for whether something was popular because I lived under such a rock that the only way I knew about it is if it had like really reached like network effect level popularity. So that's why I knew about Hunger Games, but like not much else that we brought up that was contemporaneous with that era. Like
That's so funny.
Divergent barely made it onto my radar. Forget what else.
I was such a smug person for a while when it came to like shows. The thing that I was always like, that's never going to keep going. That's going to get canceled. First season, here we go. Was a New Girl. Like when New Girl first started, I was working as a PA at the time. And I was like, ugh, that show, half a season is getting canceled. It's like, who cares? And then all of a sudden it's like 10 years later, it's still on. I'm like, I don't know anything. Never mind.
We can't always predict it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Well, there are many more series that we must address in the future, whether to continue or to erase them forever. That'd be a fun one to explore next time. The things we're going to erase from media history.
Oh my God. The joke.
I would. Oh, more takes. How hot are they? Tell us in the chat. Let's do a little recap as much for my sake as for yours and for our listeners, I'm sure. Last time on Relics of the New Republic, our group finally merged back together, more or less, for a little debrief of the events that have been happening. Jing Min, on your way back to the group, on your way back from a Red Lotus base, no less. One that you were allowed to know the location of and allowed freely to leave. Carrying an invitation from Tao Gasha, the freaky leader of Red Lotus that you've met. Carrying that invitation to a fancy dinner party for you and your friends. On the way back to your friends, you also bumped into none other than Cho, P.I. And Cho told you that he has been helping Vivi Mao. Hadn't always known that he was working for Vivi Mao, but now does. And realized he was on the wrong side of things. And he told you in so many words that Vivi still thinks he's working for her. He's been assigned to draw out the librarian using a stolen relic. But he's invited you, and he needs more bodies. He's invited you and those who you can recruit to help make a move on infiltrating a Red Lotus HQ. And so I won't worry about exact timelines, but that is something that you can do when you are ready by meeting Cho under the bridge where you destroyed his last car.
So is this car number 3? 2?
The first car,
You know,
the first time.
The first car the first time was destroyed. I think we saw him in a second car. Yep, that was more beat up. And I feel like did it get destroyed? No, I think you guys saw it outside of the place that Cho was kidnapped from, smashed windows and such. You did smash a window of that car to get stuff out of it, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Was that you, Jinkies, as Lynn?
Did I do that? I honestly have no recollection or memory, so I will get to plead the fifth in court.
Yes, you will. When in doubt, just forget. It's a great survival instinct for everyone.
Yeah.
The Dustfire Media does not give legal advice, but that would be the legal advice we'd give. When in doubt,
Just forget.
Just forget. You didn't commit those crimes. You forgot about it.
I thought you were going to say that we're not licensed to give like therapeutic counsel or something, but that too, everybody. In case there's any doubt, we don't have any licenses that I'm aware of. I don't even know how to get those, so we don't have them. And what else is important to note? We have just recently met Shadowpaw, and met might be a strong word, but despite her very adept concealment, you have had a conversation with Shadowpaw, and Shadowpaw is willing, against her normal code, to work with you all, and requested through a MOOC that the group provide dossiers on each of you so that she knows in detail who she's working with and what they're capable of, and to do a coordinated tactical operation. And she thinks that with the whole group, she may have just enough people, per one of Amuk's questions earlier, to pull off a big move on the Red Lotus. There's also mention of not necessarily an HQ or a base. I think the language that was used was a vault where there is sealed away Aang's staff, among other things. And so this is a heist plan to be further defined. And so the way that you would set that up is by leaving those dossiers in dumpies. Other than that, I don't think you guys have anything to worry about, except that a disgraced angry billionaire is trying to kill your family members and you to some extent. Woshi Kiru still out there still angry and still very rich. Terrible combination of things. Maybe he needs an angry boy soft blanket.
We should just buy all of Republic City one.
Yeah.
I am totally open to y'all like using the meta to inform bringing that into the story. Whatever you moves you want to make, I can't stop you.
Okay, I'll plan.
Okay.
Is Amuk still affected by the cabbage kush?
Oh, it's a great question, Nikki. Let's say that the fam has been chilled for a bit. It was Lynn's apartment, right?
Yeah. I think we might have missed a chapter in our recap
Recap?
Oh yeah.
with the Gus arrest.
Oops. Yeah, you're that's a good point. So also recently, gosh, the stakes are high, y'all. There's a lot going on. It's my fault. It's my fault. Thank you, Jinkies. Yeah, so last time we also saw a lovely development where Gus, for whatever reason, none of us know yet, hopefully he'll explain it to us, wanted to risk making a huge move on Tenzin and drugging him and trying to reverse the effects of brainwashing on him by experimenting with a combination of drugs and the helmet gear that you stole from the Red Lotus.
Wow.
And that was amazing. Big moves all day.
Everyone knows if you have a little bit of drugs, that's not good. So if you do more drugs, it's like a low, medium, high lamp. So then you do more drugs after that, and you go back to the low setting, and it's like you've reset everything. That's how drugs work.
Oh,
That's how
okay.
drugs work.
We're also not licensed to give any advice on that.
My hope
So your goal was to just toast him so that when he came back down to the previous level, he'd feel like himself again.
Yeah, was to see if could we brainwash him by unbrainwashing him back into Tenzin, and it didn't work.
Totally.
And it's okay. But if you don't try,
That's right. That's right, everybody. So Tenzin and other folks on Air Temple Island, and eventually the police, who arrived just as you were able to exit, moved on Amuk, and with your help, you broke him out of the temporary holding cell that they had placed him on. Thanks to Lynn's fancy tunneling and Fumi's excellent sprinting distraction. Is that right? Do I have that right?
That
Is
sounds
that the
about right,
pincer
yeah.
move? So yeah. You are off of Air Temple Island. Amuk, we should add Tenzin to the list of people to be worried about, and probably the police as well. At the very least for you, but also by extension for Fumi and Lynn
for me,
and probably Min. So everybody, you got to keep your heads down. No police, no Tenzin. Yeah, no Woshi Ikeru. Just low profile for the rest of the series.
Your Honor, I didn't know what I was
Right.
doing.
Okay.
Okay, that's our recap.
Yeah.
Let's jump in, y'all. We open on the next morning. Amuk has had time to come back down from the lovely experience of cabbage powder that got blown into his cell. Amuk, you were having a great time. Now, maybe less so as reality sets in, but you are rested. Everybody clear, let's say, to fatigue. Because not everybody had a mattress, because Lynn did not have that many mattresses. I'm sorry, Lynn.
No, I don't even think we had one.
I feel like there might have been like one mat you described at one point, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's not the best though.
Do I have any conditions that I should be aware of?
No.
Just-
So, I mean, when you have, unless there's a narrative reason why you think you should still have a condition and, you know, you
Mhm.
remember what it is, that would still keep you in that condition. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of statuses. Statuses we reset. If you have any statuses, definitely reset those with large passage of time and stuff like that. Conditions you cannot clear except through the mechanism provided. So if you're angry, you stay angry until you do the right thing to clear it.
Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure I didn't like incur any extra conditions while I was inebriated.
No, we didn't mark you with those. All right, y'all. The sun rises on Lynn Encloth's humble abode. I don't even know if you have a window, Lynn, but
We have
you
one.
tell us. Okay.
We have a
that
window.
one window. It's that nice warm glow coming in.
Just don't look at the rubble on the street. It'll remain a warm glow from the window.
I'm assuming you've all shared everything with each other, but let me know if there's anything that you shared in a specific way that's important, or that if there's anything that you withheld from each other in your debrief.
Lynn frames herself running away from Tenzin as a necessary and heroic act, and not one of cowardice.
I love it.
Excellent.
Jing Min makes a point to make sure that her friends know how much it means to her when she tells them about Kumadi and the other Red Monsoon members being kept in captivity by the Red Lotus, because she made a promise to Kumadi, and she tells them that. She says, I made a promise to Kumadi, and we need to get them out. I don't know how or when, but that needs to happen.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll make it work.
And we'll find a way to do it together. Man, my head hurts.
Ugh.
Are you okay? I'm sorry about the whole powder thing.
No, it was a good idea. Just really tired.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Emma just nods his head.
So, what do we have first? I mean, there's
Well,
so yeah.
well, Cho wants to meet.
Cho's good. We haven't seen Cho in a while.
Yeah, I told him that we'll meet him underneath that bridge where he crashed his first car.
The one that we fell out of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that really the best meeting spot?
I think it is.
From what I remember, it was kind of a high up bridge. I don't know if it's the safest place to meet under.
Why? The higher the bridge is, the less likely it is that something's gonna fall from it.
That's not the way it works.
I don't. Is that what you two got from that too? Sorry. Maybe me emphasizing the height of the bridge wasn't the right thing to emphasize. Okay.
I just think it's remarkable that Jing Min is so bad at physics while being so good at applied physics.
Exactly. So Jing Min is
It's
just
like-
staring blankly at Lin. Just,
It's just like it's theory. It's like, isn't there just water underneath that bridge, Jing Min?
well, there's like shore too, right? Yeah, God
Okay.
says yes.
Don't put that pressure on me.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
We should. Is there anything else we really need to worry about right now other than just meeting with Joe?
Well, there's constantly things to worry about. Anyone
All
at
the
any time could be trying to kill us. We should trust no one.
Don't phrase it like that. Don't phrase it like that.
Okay.
I mean,
Um,
she's kind of right though.
I don't know. Maybe we should be more optimistic.
Optimism gets you killed, Lynn.
Tinson tried to use the cabbage powder on me.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't be optimistic, but maybe we should talk about it less.
Let's
think
not be optimistic. Let's be avoidant.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have people we can trust with Cho, right?
Oh, I don't trust him at all. I didn't tell him anything about. I didn't tell him about
Okay.
being like captured by the Red Lotus. I mean, even though I wasn't really captured by them, they just sort of like took me in. I basically just told him that I was on my way to meet with you guys, and he wanted us to, because I don't know who I can trust. So I made sure not to tell him too much.
I think at this point we need to assume we can only trust each other. And I think we can't even trust Benny at this point.
I never trusted
Oh,
Benny.
I feel like you can trust Biddy if you pay him enough.
That's fair.
we
How
can,
much money do we have?
I
we
don't
can
know that we
gamble
have
more
enough.
funding.
We should just go meet up with Joe for now. Just let's lay low. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
And Jing Min crawls out the door.
Oh, you can walk.
Just
No.
imagine Lynn like treading carefully around you and being like, "Oh, "This is not."
You said
Like
lay
that.
low. No, no.
Literally lay low, Jing Min.
Everyone will notice you like that.
Okay, you're right.
Army crawling down a staircase is like a hilarious image in my head.
Oh, it is. It's
Dude,
difficult.
this
It's
is
very difficult.
So loud and inefficient. Anyway, yeah. Aside from the army crawl, what does this look like for you all to step out of Lynn's place and to lay low, as it were, as you make your way to the bridge?
Mook is gonna try to steal some laundry to change his outfit, just to look not in his typical outfit, just to kind of help blend in a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of laundromats.
Just a piece here, a
And-
piece there.
Yeah. Tell me what your new outfit looks like, Amuk.
Oh,
Is it corporate Amuk?
He finds
Luke has a
blazer.
tie on.
it's just full formal design. I would say it's just gray, like a gray overcoat, maybe with like a blue tunic and maybe some matching but not matching off blue harem pants.
Okay. I like your clothing vocabulary more than mine, Gus. Yeah. So would you say that the stuff you've taken, and I'll let you take liberty with this, is it high quality despite being in this relatively economically depressed area?
I'd say like kind of hand me down. Like it looks a little torn and tattered. It's not
Okay.
anything crazy. It fits with where we are for what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is-
Okay.
Is it bad that I just see a mook wear like putting on sunglasses so that nobody can see his face?
Canonically we'd have sunglasses at this point, right?
Oh yeah, I would
Yeah.
hope they figured that out if they figured out giant robots.
Yeah. I feel like
The
I'm okay to have
technology would be
sunglasses.
so backwards.
Sunglasses and a hat.
Ophthalmology thing, is that the right word? Ophthalmology. There's it's still kind of lagging behind.
Like, you don't really need to make lenses when you can bend the water in your eyeball, right? Like,
I have a lot of questions about that one in particular, and I think that deserves an entire hour and a half long discussion about the way the human body works and the way we assume bending works.
maybe
can
in our upcoming whatever it's called, debrief show, once we get a few more patrons, we could unpack that.
I have so many questions.
What about you, Lynn? What does it look like to be a little stealthier right now?
Nothing different.
Really?
Practically, I don't think she owns anything that would make her look less. Period. You know,
conspicuous.
like it's not like we have a large wardrobe at our disposal here. She's just walking down the street like usual, praying no one notices her.
I love that. Amuk, do you
What?
try to put stolen clothes on Lynn? I'm just curious. And then
Yeah, I think I'll try to steal like a very long, not a car coat length coat, but maybe like a duster length style coat over Lynn in hopes of comforting them.
Oh,
But also very clearly being like, yes, it's stolen. They won't notice it. Don't feel guilty about it. Just go with it.
nope. I'm not gonna feel good about the stolen part. I do feel like a flasher though.
That's fine.
Okay, as long as we can acknowledge it.
yeah, Fumi, Min.
I'm not sure Fumi could really do much because she would not get rid of her sash and she would not get rid of her like air glider. So the most and like the most she could really do is like put on a hat and I can't use that.
Oh, we're bad at this.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, there we go. A
Over
jacket
her
with
head.
a hood.
Yeah,
A
sash
jacket
over
with
her
a hood.
head.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
It is
Excellent.
niche.
So the
Um,
Darth Fumi approach.
Yes, Darth Fumi.
Yes, a black jacket with a hood. There we go.
There it is. There it is.
Am I wrong in assuming that it's like, if not like dark, like getting dark
It's morning.
outside? It's morning.
Yeah.
We woke up. We were just talking about how we woke up, Steve. That's crazy. That's crazy. Why would we wake up? Why would we wake up at night, Steve?
You're right. What was I thinking?
It's morning time, Steve. Come on. I'm sorry. Regardless, the first chance Jing Min gets, she'll shoot one of her grappling arrows to get up onto like the rooftops and try to use those to traverse. But if there's ever a point where she has to climb back down to meet her friends, she'll begrudgingly be like, "Oh man," and climb back down and walk with her friends. But first chance she gets again, she finds some scaffolding, she shoots an arrow and climbs up.
I'm just imagining Jing Min just full on Naruto arm running.
No, and she's having to run because she's like climbing buildings too. And
Yeah.
so
Trying to
she's-
make up for the lost distance to keep up with your
Yeah.
friends.
yeah.
That is excellent.
Because in video games, if you're at all like at any point of elevation, anyone below you will never see you.
Wow.
You know, adding on to that thought, if Fumi went with her, then they could just like glide across the buildings that she can't jump across.
Oh,
That's
does Fumi want to go with her?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
I imagine that after seeing Jing Min struggle a few times and have to climb back down, you're like, all right.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Fumi's like, just wait for me up there.
And
Well-
Jing Min's loving it every time they're able to glide from building to building. She's like, "Oh, please, Fumi!" And she has her arms out.
Yeah. Min, because of your sensing ability, I think I'll just clue you into this rather than make a roll associated with, detection of things. Despite all of your harried attempts to keep up with the group in this Jing Min-esque way, you notice at some point that a couple buildings behind you, there is like a tiny figure. Like a head pops out, peeks at y'all, and then reappears again after you make it a few blocks. And so barely noticeable in the scheme of things, but like it happens enough times. And there are street rat kids all over, especially in this section of town. But whether you choose to do anything about that is up to you. The bridge is very close by and in view.
Okay. I think Jing Min at some point, once we get to a building, will sort of like turning around and hoping it's at a point where like the point of view is a little cut off from this unknown figure following us.
Mm-hmm.
Jing Min will trail off from Fumi and just look at her and say, just trust me, okay? Keep going. And she'll try to like hide behind. You just keep going.
Okay.
And then she'll try to hide behind some like maybe like ventilation system or like a doorway leading up to this roof. She'll try to hide behind that in hopes to ambush whoever this is following us.
Okay. I think, just reviewing rely on skills and training. Yeah, I think that's the role here. Roll focus.
Oh, heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Can we get a heck yeah in the chat?
Can we? Come on, chat.
Anyone?
Come on,
please?
chat. All right. I am relying. Okay. That is 2 4s on the dice. My focus is +2 for a 10.
All right. Yep. Just into the clear success zone. All right. So here's how it goes down, Min. You see a nice, by nice, I don't mean nice looking because this whole area is a little dirty, but you see an opportune and well-suited ventilation shaft at one of the corners of the buildings. And you linger there, letting Fumi and the others go ahead just a bit. And Benny goes into view and has not noticed you. Takes the wall nearby, between the wall corner and a dumpster, and just kind of like peeks at your friends.
I'm sneaking up on him. Is there from where he's at? Is there a way I can like sneak up and get behind him?
Yeah, with these, I mean, you're already like, I'll just say in position so that like you're effectively there. So what do?
I just go up behind him, and from behind him, put my hand on his mouth, and say, "What are you doing here, Penny?" Can't hear you. Oh, wait. She'll take her hand off his mouth. What'd you say?
Oh, it's you. I thought you were going to kill me.
I still might.
I was just making sure you guys are okay. Rat Queen said to follow you. She didn't say why. But I'm trying to make sure you're okay. Promise.
We're fine.
Good.
Jing Min's contemplating. She'll try to we're still on the roof, right?
Oh, I was picturing this as kind of one of the drop down points.
Oh, yeah.
Because the kid was going along the ground, and so I assumed you were going to intercept them there.
Yeah. How far is the rest of the group? How far have they gotten?
Just a block ahead.
Okay, yeah, then she's gonna like take like a tipless arrow and just try to like launch it like on the ground, like near them, so they hear it. Try to get their attention.
Clink, clink.
Mook just bends a stream of water that way, just without thinking, just off reflex. Mook's on
you
high.
cut that arrow
on
in
high
freaking
alert
half.
right now.
Yeah.
And
then you
if
recognize
turn-
it as one of Min's arrows.
Yeah.
It's like,
And if you turn around to look, you see Jing Min waving Benny's hand and waving her other hand and pointing at him.
Benny's just off the ground, despite you're just short enough that Min can do that. You're just tall enough and just strong enough. To
Because
do that,
Jing
Min.
Min's arms are like pretty strong. You know, she
Yeah.
shoots
Yeah.
bow and arrow on the
Yeah.
regular. So
Yeah. You can lift a kid for a bit and do the old wave on behalf of
Yeah.
someone.
yeah.
Mook just
I
starts
assume
walking
everyone,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. What are we doing?
I'm taking you in. And then she'll start walking Benny over to the group.
Taking me in where? I've already been to jail twice this year.
And once I get to the group, I'll say, "Got this one following us."
You've been in
Hi,
jail
guys.
twice?
This year.
What's your
Okay.
record?
Oh. That's a good question. I've lost count, but I think I've been there more than 15 times. They usually just let me go after questions.
We're getting sidetracked. I caught him following us.
Still
So-
dangling.
Yeah, still dangling. He said the Rat Queen told him to follow us, but I don't know if I believe that.
Why wouldn't that be the case? She's my boss.
Yeah, that one feels obvious.
And it's not a good thing to admit. I'm sorry. But I am following you
feel
because
bad.
I also care about you all.
So, you don't know why you were supposed to follow us?
Well, she just has us report without context sometimes.
It's good you know
So
the
that
word
would-
context. That's good.
I'm 8. Of course I know the word context.
Okay. And what are you going to tell her that we did?
For now, this just hanging from
Okay,
Jing Min's
yep.
hand.
And nothing else, right?
Well, you've done nothing else, so yeah.
Yeah. And as far as you're going to know, we've done nothing else.
Ah. Okay. Yep. I can do that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You guys know Woshi Karu's really mad, right? Still after you.
Who isn't?
That's a good question. Yep. Can I be put down now?
Oh,
Oh,
she'll put him down. And she'll draw her bow. That's
like
all
you're
she does. She just-
you're drawing back the string, or you just have it out.
No, it just draws her bow. Not drawing back
Okay.
the string yet.
Pulls it out. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
I was just gonna ask Benny, how much does the Rat Queen know about all of our stuff that we've been up to?
The street rats are only given little pieces and fragments of things, but based on my jobs and hearsay, I'd say she's been interested in you for a while, and you can probably assume she knows about anything big, like maybe fights you've been in public or stuff like that. Anything where there could have been a witness.
You didn't tell her anything about that errand I had you run for me, right?
No.
Mook is
Gus,
just gonna-
which errand? I'm completely blanking.
getting the ingredients to contact Shadowpaw.
Ah, okay, cool. I mean, his answer is no, regardless. Like he's gonna
Yeah.
tell you that he didn't tell anybody.
Mugi's just gonna look at Benny and just shake his head.
Only
you're gonna
moderate
tell-
progress on that so far. Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna tell her you just saw us walking around and that we just stopped for a bite to eat and went back to bed.
Okay. I can do that.
There's free dumplings in it for you as well.
Oh, I already get those at Dumpy's, but that's nice.
Oh.
No, Benny, for life. I own Dumpies.
Whoa. For life. All the dumplings I want?
Forever.
Okay, I'll do it. I've
Who
never
needs
been
money
paid
when you
more
have
than that.
dumplings?
Right. Just a better
Don't need-
version of the economy.
Yeah.
Dumpy's dumplings, the currency of the heart.
And just so you know, Benny, if I catch you following us again today, just know I've never missed an artery.
Okay, bye.
That was a lie. I miss him all the time.
Oh, where's Sammy?
You don't know where Sammy is?
No, wasn't he supposed to be with you? He asked me for advice, and I said you were a good man, Amuk, and that you might take care of him.
He left us after we got done with the circus, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Oh, Sammy. He was at the circus.
Sammy was
other
with
little-
you right up until
person.
he painted a bunch of graffiti on
Mhm.
buildings at the
On
Air
the-
Temple
yeah.
Island.
Mm-hmm.
Which we don't know he did yet. Right?
Oh,
Or do we
that's
know
true.
he did?
It's true. He didn't confess to it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You're totally right. It was intimated.
I feel like Jing Min, after hearing if her friends told her about the graffiti, I feel like Jing Min would have been like, I wonder if Sammy did it.
Just out loud.
See, Fumi had trusted him too much. She's just assuming that he's innocent.
Hmm.
Hey,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
He's a little kid,
Yeah.
little street urchin. Just happens.
Yeah. Speaking of, she is like watching from on top of the building, like, what is going on down there?
It's like, are they being mean to Benny?
Yeah.
Wait, so,
So,
you
if he's
haven't
not
seen-
with you, I don't know. He's still safe, right?
Last we saw him, he was okay and alive.
I'll keep an eye out. Weird that he would leave your side, though. But I guess the streets are what we know. Okay, bye.
Bye.
I wonder why the Rat Queen wants to keep tabs on us.
Well, we're doing a lot of big stuff lately, so I'm not too surprised.
True.
I feel like we have made one too many waves and one too many enemies.
My fear is that what if we haven't made as many enemies as we think? And it's just more people that the Red Lotus has their hands on.
Oh.
But anyways, I think we'll be fine. I'm guessing at least two of us will make it out at the end of all this. She looks at Amuk and winks.
Well, you know,
Oh my gosh.
And then hoping that Lynn didn't see that at all, she turns and looks at Lynn and winks.
And then just looks up at Fumi and just like big thumbs up.
He's like, what?
uh, when Lynn gets winked at, she like shakes her head like, no, not me. It's gonna be the two of us. It's not me.
Oh no.
Speaking of the optimism, pessimism spectrum,
Right.
The extremes are Jing Min and Lin. I love it.
we're trying to find balance, you know? It's the whole theme of Avatar.
Yeah.
Just
Mm-hmm.
start walking back towards that bridge. Just go
Heck
Oh
yeah.
God.
find that
Yeah.
PI.
The bridge comes into view, and along the shore beneath it, a lovely, luxuriant car
Wow. Oh,
with
we
a
obviously
bow
we
on it.
shoulda-
Fumi up. We obviously catch Fumi up on everything that we talked to Benny about.
Yeah. Well, Fumi's gonna glide down and land on the car.
Ooh.
Instant roof dents. Just
Yeah, just like scuffs and stuff. And Show's like, well, may as well get it over with, right?
Hey, Cho.
Oh no.
It's been a while.
Hey, Fumi. Yeah, good to see you in one piece.
Yeah, you too.
City's falling apart, but here we are.
You can say that again.
I won't. Hey, everybody.
hey, Joe.
Hey.
So, I imagine that the list of people you can trust is a little shorter than usual.
By
Well-
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mine
That's a nice
too.
way of saying it.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be burdening you kids with this. But if you can't tell from all the propaganda floating around and the massive popularity of distractions like the circus, people are not doing okay. No offense, circus kid.
No, I just didn't think of it as a distraction. I was like, oh yeah, they're just doing their thing. That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
You know, some people, they stress out and, you know, they run away into the woods forever. Some people go to the circus.
Yeah.
Some people just pour themselves into work like me.
Oh, that's optimistic.
Oh, is it? And he writes it down on his notepad. Maybe I was optimistic today.
Did we find Cho's balance thing? Optimism versus pessimism?
We unlock his moment of balance.
Oh, that'd be so epic. So, you like my new car?
Yeah, it's really nice.
It looks good. We promised to try not to think this one.
Try.
Oh, I should
Thanks.
hop off. And she jumps to the ground now.
Yeah, that's great.
Good
Much
idea.
better. Oh, okay. And he just kind of looks at you and glances over while he's like trying to remove the scuff marks with the edge of his sleeve.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. You know how to make an entrance, each of you. So, speaking of that, we're going to need some of that mojo. All right. There's I've been doing some real detective work, and I don't mean to brag, but I figured out where one of the Red Lotus bases is. Might be their HQ, hard to say. And the best way to just stick a wrench in everything they're doing, in my opinion, is show up and blow up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Where exactly in space?
Yeah, it's a great question, man. So, Cho describes, you know, the exact location that you have just come from the night before. It's a little tucked away to the northeast of here, kind of the area you just came from, past the dilapidated, torn up stuff.
So, you want to do a bombing?
Whoa.
No, well, blow up.
He
Yeah,
said-
I mean,
Blow
Oh.
up.
I thought you meant like a
you
metaphorical
mean-
sense.
Actually blow up.
Okay.
Look, I should probably maybe we're not on the same page, so I'll give you context. I don't know how big the Red Lotus is. I don't know how deep things run. They've sunk their teeth into everything that I can see around here. And so if there's a base full of them, I think we come in hot and we try to take it out in one go.
If you don't know how much deeper the Red Lotus's like plans go or how big they really are, wouldn't you want to use this as an opportunity to learn more about that rather than just blow up one base that might just be more of a pinprick in their side than anything?
I'm wondering if there's a role there
Ooh.
to plead. Cho looks very pensive and serious. He's like, I normally would say yeah, but I'm struggling because it just feels like they've already taken everything but the last inch of rope. And he's just thinking out loud. I'd love for you to roll that harmony.
All right. Definitely not Jing Min's strong suit, harmony. But
And yet here you are making your case.
she will try. All right. She goes, please, Mr. Cho, please. Okay. My harmony's +0, but I got a 7.
Oh, okay. You're in the zone. Well, when you plead with an NPC who cares what you think for help, support, or action, roll harmony. On a 7 to 9, they need something more. Evidence that this is the right course, guidance in making the right choices, or resources to aid them before they act. The GM tells you what they need. I just feel like I'm so short-handed, and there's just no time. Do you know? Do you have muscle in your pocket or something that you're not telling me about? Do you got people? Or something that'll show me this will turn the tides? Because I see bleak right now, kid.
Well, I feel like infiltrating a Red Lotus base isn't something that the 4 of us would find too difficult. I might be able to find someone who has some knowledge of the interior and
Really?
how to get around.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever told you this, but my grandfather was a part of the Red Lotus.
No, you didn't say that, kid.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
He's still mixed up in it now?
I'm not sure, but that's why I left home.
Ah. Good a reason
She's
as
try-
any.
She's trying to like tell Cho things that seem like she's revealing more about herself, which earns his trust, but also not telling him too much.
Yeah. What about numbers, kid? You got any allies? Because we could sure use one right now. And I want you all to know that narratively you can also chime in, even though this is Jing Min's role.
I mean, I have friends in the Red Monsoon. I don't know if you knew that. And
Holy
I
smokes.
mean,
You talking about the ones that tried to kill you right in front of me?
yeah.
The ones that you pranked and froze their boots to the roof of a building?
Well,
That Red Monsoon?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
we
they've
have-
changed a little.
Yeah.
Oof.
You're like enemies
A
to
lot.
frenemies to just friends.
I'm tracking. Haven't heard that lingo before, but all right.
But the only issue is they're all captured by the Red Lotus.
Oh, well, kid, I don't know if that's much help to us.
But they're being held in that base.
Wah.
Oh,
Now you tell me. Okay. Danny, that is enough to push you over. All
Push
right.
me over? He pushes me over?
No.
we go into
push you
an we go into an exchange.
To get Cho versus
Dance.
party.
Dance.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Dance off.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. TTRP Glee.
Oh my god.
That would be battle system in it. You're right. You dance off it.
So good. All right. Song battle it is, everybody. No, it's enough to push you over into that something more that Cho needed. And he nods, looks up at the bridge contemplatively, then shudders at the memory of his car falling through it, and then looks back at you and says, all right. If you've got people in there that you care about and that they can help us, we can take a more slow approach. Still bringing the explosives.
Okay. Thank you.
So, what do you propose?
She looks at a mook.
Mook is... Well, we have a force ready to go who will fight if we ask, if we break them out. I think your plan still works, Cho. It's just a smaller amount of... How did you put it? Show and blow?
Show up and blow up?
Yes.
think-
Show up and
Show up and blow up. Enough of a distraction to bring out the Red Lotus, but enough for someone else to get inside to blow up the cells.
Okay. So distract, extract, and don't leave the building intact.
Oh, you're good with
Yes.
rhymes.
that was good.
Hey, I'm going to write that one down. And he jots it down in his notepad.
Yeah, good.
And just so everyone knows who's on Twitch, we've lost Nikki for a second due to tech difficulties, but hopefully she'll be right back with us. All right. Well, I say we move. Probably at midnight, we should be outside of that place.
Tonight?
You already know the way there. Yeah.
Oh
Before
god.
anyone gets the wiser. Why, you got somewhere to be, kid? Cities in pieces.
No.
You trying to run a restaurant or something?
Well,
Well-
you're right. She points to the hole in the bridge that your car fell through. That his car fell through.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no,
Tonight,
you're right.
tonight makes
Wait.
sense. Gives us some
We'll
time
watch
to...
the shifts, see if there's a changing of guard or anything like that, and then make our move.
Okay.
All right. There's an abandoned building, like many others, that has a good vantage point on it, kind of on a hill. I'll meet you guys there.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
See you then.
To the party and to Nikki, welcome back. Hope everything's all right tech-wise.
Yeah.
So midnight is when you're planning to meet Cho outside of the HQ for the Red Lotus
Okay.
at an abandoned building that has a good overlook opportunity. You also know, let's just say time-wise, Jing Min, the invitation to the dinner with their leader is tonight as well.
At what
earlier in
time?
the evening. I mean,
good.
not midnight. Not midnight. Come on, what is
Okay,
this,
good.
Spain?
Well, for some of us.
And I mean, Jing Min told the rest of the party that, so they would know that as well.
Okay.
And was the invitation passed only to Jing Min, or did she tell? Was it also passed to Jing Min's friends as well?
He gave it the invitation to you, and to extend that to your friends. So all of
Yes,
you are
yes.
invited. Yep. And since I forgot 20 minutes ago to do this, I'm just going to say the magic words. Let's break for an ad. And we're back. There you go, Justin. You're welcome.
There you go. Yeah, guys, there's that fancy dinner thing that Vivi Mao,
Taogasha.
Taogasha. Oh, these names in my head. Should really take notes. That's what Jing Min says. And there's that fancy dinner that Taogasha invited us to, but also that might look strange to Cho and his employer if they find out that we met with Taogasha right before this. But also, I kind of want to go to the base because they sort of just let me walk in and out, I guess. And I
Oh,
want to talk to Kamadi about our plan that we just made. No, this is a lot. My head hurts.
There's also the whole shadow paw thing. Did we ever?
Oh yeah, you told Jing Min about that, right?
I believe so.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said at the top that assume that everyone's been mutually updated unless you tell me you have withheld something from somebody. So
We all know about the dossiers we need to put together.
Oh yeah, the shadow plot thing.
I don't think it would be a bad idea to let Kumadi know that we are in the middle of working something out, but also for her help.
Yeah.
The dinner is at the base.
No, it's at a very fancy restaurant in Uptown.
Uptown.
No, it's at a very fancy restaurant in Uptown.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, I have a few worries about that. I don't trust this guy if he's part of the Red Lotus. Like, what if he tries to use the cabbage powder on us? But also, I feel like, Amuk is kind of wanted right now. If Tenzin told the police about everything. I might also be wanted right now. I don't even know.
So
I think I wanted two. Oh.
So I don't know if... Can we walk into a fancy restaurant?
Probably not a good idea. You're right.
Well, I mean, I know I'm not wanted. My parents didn't even go after me when they found out I ran away. So,
can we put an arrow in that specific point and just come back to that later, Jing Min?
I think that's a good idea.
sure.
Because we should talk about that more.
Yeah,
Just-
we should.
Okay.
I feel like I just
Especially
talk about
because-
it a lot. I feel like there shouldn't be any more exploring of that.
Well, I mean, you're wanted here by us.
Aw.
Aww. So Danny said, "Aw." Jing Min was silent.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if that's a guiding comfort, like for real.
That sounds like a guy
yeah.
to me.
Yeah. I mean, it felt very sincere and organic. So, yeah. Can you roll guiding comfort with harmony?
All right. Oh, I got a 5.
Okay, so it would take 2 fatigue from the party to push you into the 7 zone if they wanted to help you guide and comfort. I'll leave them the option. It's all good if not.
I mean, I will help. That feels like a good use of a fatigue.
We have enough time to take another rest, right?
We're good. And it's only one. It's only one.
It's only one.
I'm gonna try to power
We
nap
cleared
before
two
you
earlier.
strike at midnight.
Yeah.
Amuk is gonna need to take a power nap. He's very
Okay.
tired.
So yeah, if you both mark a fatigue, that'll bump it up. Tell me what this looks like in terms of anything you add in or say.
You ask a great question.
But
I just Will just wanted to help with the guided comfort because it seems like a nice thing to do.
Of course.
I don't know how
Amuk.
you assist someone being nice to someone else. A
Maybe it's
supportive
even
thumbs
you
up.
can add
Fiction.
you can add some words or hug her or something.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, it could even be what you already established in the fiction. Like you're like, we should talk about this more, and like, blah blah blah. blah. You already expressed an interest and concern for Jing Min's, like, past traumas. So that could even just be it. I feel like, unless Steve says otherwise.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, just give us a
Then
little
we'll go
something
with
there.
that. 'Cause I don't know what else to say.
We'll let Amuk go and see if it sparks any final words for Lynn.
as soon as Fumi says that, Amuk's just gonna put a hand on Jing Min's shoulder and just look at her and just, we all love you. We don't say it out loud very often, but why else would I hostilely take over a restaurant to make sure you're gonna be okay? We care. We're always gonna be here. And then Amuk just lets go, tussles Jing Min's hair a little bit, and then just starts kind of walking in a direction to hide the fact that he's tear bending a little bit.
Oh no!
Bend those tears
Min-
away.
Jing Min will just say, "Well, one thing I know for sure is I'm glad I left, because I never would have met you guys. And I hate my parents, and we should kill them next."
Okay, yeah, that's why we have to talk about that more later. But we will talk about it more later. But I don't think you should murder them.
Kill is figuratively kill. Maybe kill their ability to walk for the rest of their lives. Maybe kill their ability to see.
Okay,
their-
that's gonna be a
Kill their
great.
ability to just move in general.
It's gonna be a
I-
great conversation
Yeah.
about the intersectionality of disability, but that's again for another time. Let's just. Do you want to just get going?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be best not to worry too much about that right now.
Oh, I'm not worried. I have plans. I guess mechanically I chose to embrace it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you may clear a condition or 2 fatigue. Do you have any conditions marked?
No conditions, but I have 1 fatigue.
Okay, you can clear that.
Yeah.
And then you may ask 1 question, and Amuk must answer. I'm sorry, not Amuk. Fumi must answer honestly.
Wow. Yeah, Jing Min will, as they're walking, beginning to walk towards wherever they're going, Jing Min will say, "Hey Fumi, I feel like that when we were up on the buildings and doing these cool glidey arrow rope grapply maneuvers, I feel like that was really cool and we worked really well together. I was wondering how you'd feel about training together more. Maybe I could teach you some things and you could teach me some things."
Oh yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. We should totally do that. Actually, I kind of wanted to learn how to use this boomerang. Maybe you can help me some with that.
Oh, I'm great at making things soar through the air from my hands.
What better
Yeah.
summary of archery has anyone heard?
Awesome. Yeah. Cool. And then
I
she'll
love
just
it,
go
y'all.
stand right next to a mook and just walk.
So yeah, as you awkwardly follow Amuk, who is tear bending away his tears, am I hearing that the group is deciding no go to this invitation? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I think it's a no-go for the
yeah.
dinner.
Okay.
I think Jing Min will still go.
I was gonna say that. I think that Jing Min should still go.
Yeah, and she'll
Impressed
tell the
with-
party. She's not gonna like leave them. She'll like express that to the party that she thinks she should still go.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
I think if Jing Min is gonna
Okay.
go, they'll
Wait,
probably
Charles
want
gonna
to
go
keep an eye on her somehow.
back to the
Mhm.
base to warn Kumadi, though.
So yeah, so my plan,
Mhm.
I'll say this in character. Jing Min will be like, so my plan is before the dinner, I'll just go to the base and just say I'm there to go to the dinner because I can't drive that ridiculous. I'm 12 years old, and so obviously I expected forgot his name again.
Taugasha.
Togasha. I really gotta just write all these names down. So I'll just tell Togasha that I went there to ride with him. And obviously while I'm there, I'm gonna want to say hi to the Red Monster, and I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine.
Okay.
Are you gonna be okay though? I mean, if you're really gonna do this, should we just do it anyway?
I mean, if you want, you guys could just maybe be close by.
Okay.
If you want.
I think we can do that if
Mhm.
if need be.
Okay. I'm hearing that there's a plan. Let's fast forward.
Ah,
Was there enough time for a mook to get a nap that might recover some fatigue in there?
Yeah, if he does nothing else. How much fatigue do you have left after gaining losing 2 from your? You have 1 left? Okay. Yes. You can find a spot that's reasonable enough to nap away 1 fatigue.
Good.
The same is true for the rest of you if you choose to do so.
nice.
A mook
I
is
think
still
Ruby is good right now, so she'll keep
fighting
an
the
eye out.
drugs right now. The cabbage kush is still He's
The
high,
cabbage
he's
cushioning
high.
over.
Yeah, you got a cush over.
Cush over.
Okay. Is there anything crucial that you want to do or narrate in preparation before we cut to Jing Min arriving at the base?
Do we still have any cabbage kush left over? Or are we entirely out?
Did you get back all the stuff that was confiscated from your person when you were put in that cell? Because you had the cabbage kush on you when you attempted to use it on Tenzin. You
Mhm.
were put into a little cell, a holding cell. I remember, I think, narrating that there would be your stuff outside of that cell.
Mhm.
Did anyone grab that?
I think we did.
If not, did we have Benny run in and grab everything?
No, Benny wasn't.
no?
That
Benny
Benny
You're
was
wasn't
thinking
there
back to
when I
the
was
previous jail.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
the last. Yeah,
yeah.
You guys have been in jail too much.
we're up there with Benny.
That was all like Lynn and Amuk. Well, Amuk wasn't very with it, but
Yeah, I think we grabbed the stuff. If someone wants to correct me on that, on a listen back, you're free to DM me, and I will apologize profusely and provide no compensation. But I will apologize profusely.
Class action lawsuit. Yeah.
No, I mean there wouldn't be a lot
Okay.
of class in it. Let's be honest.
Hey.
Ooh.
Well said. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's say that there's a little bit left, Amuk.
Okay. Amu's just gonna like worst case scenario. Jing Min, use a little bit of this to get out of any situation you get in while you're on your own.
How would taking that get me out of a situation? Like, for coping? I've heard of
I
people
think-
using it for coping.
I think use it on them.
Oh,
Use it on any adversary instead of fighting before, just to be safe.
yeah. It'd be a lot
To get
harder
out.
for them to dodge my arrows if they're on Cabbage Kush. I could
Or
just tell
to
them
get
to
out of
ban.
the situation quietly, not
Or that.
fight. Yeah.
That's another good point.
You only have enough for maybe 1 or 2 people, I think. So please use it as an emergency.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Note that you have that in case it comes in handy. And we cut. Jing Min, you are outside of the Red Lotus base. It's early evening. Sun is descending in the sky. You have your chance to approach.
Yeah.
There are some guards outside of the base. They recognize you.
She just gives them little gun fingers. Hey, how's it going? What's up?
Lamio.
Yeah.
Hotman.
Yes. Oh, she's
Yeah, I
firing.
mean-
She goes, flame me out, Hotman.
There's like a really old looking dude who's like one of the guards, and he's like, "Yeah, they're bringing Flamey O back," and then points finger guns back at you, Jing Min.
Oh yeah. If they'll allow her, then she'll just waltz right in.
Yeah, they will.
Purposely hoping that wherever they are, her friends see her and think she looks super cool, just being able to walk into a Red Lotus base.
A little bit too much shoulder in that walk.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I mean, you're in. You see the usual hustle and bustle. Where do you head first? There's Kumadi's cell. There's the cell for Donna and Perla. And there's a meeting room that typically Talgasha is in, conferring with other Red Lotus members.
Yeah, I think before Tagashi even knows that Jingmin's back, Jingmin will want to go to Komadi and talk to her.
Okay. You find her in her cell. She has an empty bowl of what was food next to her. Man,
Silently, Jingmin is
back.
very proud of her. Yeah. And
what have you learned?
I'm gonna make good on that promise. We have a plan.
Speak very quietly. Talgasha's abilities are unnatural.
Well, that's deeply unsettling, Kamadi, but fucking that. We are, working with Cho. I don't know if you remember him.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you kind of
I
beat him
nearly
up.
killed him.
Yeah, you did.
He nearly killed me, I suppose.
But he agreed to work with us to help free you. He's currently under the employment of Asterisk place name here. Asterisk.
Vivi Mao?
Vivi Mao. Yep.
Hmm.
And yeah, he said he wanted to bomb the base, and so I had to tell him, no, please don't do that. So you're here.
Yes.
So when the time comes, I guess, you and the rest of Red Monsoon be ready. In terms of what I learned about the Red Lotus, I am going to a dinner with Taogasha in a little bit, actually. And I'm... Yeah. And I'm hoping to learn some more there.
Negotiate all you can with him, Min. If for no other reason than to discover what he knows, what his plans are. Just keep him talking.
Yeah. That brings... Okay. Yeah, just be ready. I'm gonna go...
Min, are you doing this alone? You're not the best talker.
Well, that was... I'm trying my best, Kumari. I mean, maybe it'll be a learning experience.
It's not for lack of effort. I'm just concerned that you're not leaning into your team like we talked about.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Where's your balance track at, Min?
It is at +2 community.
Oh, okay. I'm going to leave that.
No, you're right. The thing is, they're all scared that they might be wanted. But typically how I write that line is I act as I normally act unless I know for a fact I'm wanted. So I don't really understand them. But maybe I could talk to them some more. I don't know who else, though. And you're right, I'm 12 years old. Do you expect me to articulate perfectly, Kumari?
That is a fair point, Min. I ask too much of you. But also, your friends could just wear disguises. I've been wanted for most of my life.
You're right. Okay. All right. I'm going to try to get one of them in on this. Thank you,
Act quickly,
Kumari.
Min.
Yes.
Also, they're taking some of us out of the cells one at a time, but only those who cooperate, it seems. And so they've largely left me and Don and Perla alone. So please act quickly.
Oh my God.
And lastly, your grandfather's in the medical ward.
Here?
You may wish to see him in case you don't have another chance.
Okay. Thanks, Kumari. Once again, be ready. We're going to get you out. And Jing Min will just run.
Okay.
Wow. What to do first?
I'm making this easy for you, huh?
I think the first thing Jing Min's going to do is somewhere in the bay. Are there any windows in this building?
Yeah, but very few. There's like an upper deck that has some observation areas and stuff that looks over a portion of the city because it's like a hilly, almost mountainous edge of Republic City.
I think Jing Min will try to find find a window that's facing towards where she knows her friends to be.
Okay.
And then when like there's no one around, there's no like Red Lotus like agents or whatever around, like looking out the window, she'll just like try to wave and get the attention of her friends.
Okay. I'll say that they see it across the way from the lookout that Cho indicated to them.
Lynn waves back.
Yeah.
Are you trying to send a
And-
message? Tell me what you're going for here.
She's trying to send a message. She's gonna point at Fumi and point up as to indicate to meet her on the roof. Like she'll like make a fist and go like this, and point at like Fumi, and point at herself, and point at the roof.
I love
Fumi
it.
like just gets her glider out and is like, okay, I'm going up there.
And
I think
with
this
her
is a
hands on her
fun. I think this is a fun rely on your skills and training. I won't make it a push your luck.
okay.
You know, I think over time we can suggest that you've had some experience in communicating this way.
Oh wait,
Not for you, Fumi, but for Min.
darn it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm ready for this.
All right.
That would be hilarious though if Min fails the roll, but then I have you roll to see if you can compensate for the deficiencies of sign
I
language
actually
anyway.
just had a really good roll.
I thought that's
Oh,
Oh no.
2 6s. No.
Alright. No. All right. I'm gonna roll rely. Do you think? No, that doesn't matter. It never matters.
I'm so scared. What
A
even-
9
Gosh.
though on the dice plus 2 for
Okay.
an 11.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That
Yeah,
works.
your message is clear enough, Fumi. You can act on it.
So,
Okay.
this. Like point up, like flap her arms like they're wings.
Clear enough. Clear enough.
Yeah. I mean, Fumi just makes it obvious because she just like turns the air glider so the wings come out and it's just starts flying, gliding. She's like,
Yeah.
stay here, Lynn. I'm gonna rest if you need.
And then with her hands on her head, because she's now in a panic, she's gonna try to find a way to the roof.
There's no trouble finding a ladder to
Oh, yeah.
access the roof, but I need a roll from Fumi to glide over the guards.
Can I use my last roll?
Would I be a good GM if I let you just
No, I
pre-roll dice for other things? I think we need the drama.
fair. I thought it was that.
It doesn't hurt to ask. It does not hurt to
That is
ask.
fair. Yeah.
All right. So wait, what am I rolling? Which one? Is this a
You
Picolic or
are- That's a great question. I think, Fumi, that because this is still daylight, gliding from one nearby building across, this area to the rooftop of a guarded building is a push your luck.
Well, I rolled a 9 and I have a 2 passion, so that's an 11.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. Wow. So you do it. There always has to be a cost on push your luck to scrape by. I tell you what it costs you.
It's like $3.
The cost can't be related to being discovered, at least overtly, right? Because that's the main thing you're attempting is to get there stealthily.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think my brain first goes to sort of a gray area around that, but I'm wondering if there are other consequences. Does anyone else have anything from the table?
Maybe she drops something while she's over
I
this.
was just thinking I'd drop the Zephyr Sky Dancer's book. I don't know why that popped in my head.
Wait.
Friends just a favor. That's like a
That's-
favor to me.
Yeah, that's all Zephyr needs is people dropping his books out of the sky. You know?
Free
Not
promo.
Perfect marketing for him at that
Oh my
point. Yeah.
God.
But what
Say-
would really hurt Fumi is if she were to drop her pocket watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say that or Sokka's boomerang.
So the pocket watch has that sentimental value to you.
Mm-hmm.
Have you told us on air what the pocket watch, like why it's so important to
I
you?
don't think I have. No.
Would you mind sharing that with us?
Yeah, the pocket watch is a gift from her sister back when they used to like get along and play a lot, and then they kind of got divided by like their parents being more interested in what her sister could do as a firebender.
Man, it's hard to be a parent in this world and in that world. I would totally prefer my firebending children, but anyway, the well, you know. I like it. I think it slips out of your pocket, Fumi, as you fly, and you try to keep that straight path to Jing Min, to the rooftop, and you just watch the glint of this pocket watch against the sun as it descends and lands just around the middle of the guard path. Now, the guards aren't close enough to it that you think it'll immediately alert them or anything like that, but it would be difficult to recover it anytime soon.
Yeah, as soon as Fumi lands, she like looks down at it like, oh my gosh, why?
Do we see the pocket watch fall?
Oh yeah, I mean you're watching Fumi. She's the most important thing right now, and you just see this shiny object just falling.
I mean, it's on the ground, right?
It sure is, Lynn.
There's like
why? Do you have thoughts about the ground?
I have so as an earth nerd, I have so many thoughts. Because my first instinct, right, is like, oh, let's like try to hit it up in the air and see if we can catch it. But then what if we miss and we break it more, right? What if we like really mess it up? But I think that trying is worth something.
Okay.
Is from our spot in this lookout, is there a way for Lynn to bend earth that she's not immediately connected to? I'll be honest, the physics of earth bending are a little strange to me sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you can pick up objects at a distance, and it's just the further the distance, the harder it is.
Okay.
And so I'll say it's just far enough that this would probably, you can tell this would probably be an effort. And mechanically it'd be a push your luck.
Oh god. Okay. We're gonna go for it.
Yeah.
ETL.
And the goal of this is to tell me just quickly, yeah. Like
The goal is to yeet it back up to us.
may the yeet be with you.
I'm so sorry to anybody who just cringed. You're not alone. I did it as my mouth. That is going to be a 9 on the dice, but a -1 to passion, so an 8.
Okay. The 7 and 9 range is still, where interesting and good things happen.
Yep.
Let's see. You do it, costs you to scrape by. Good old PYL/PTL. Push the luck. What would it cost you? I think you launch this, and Lynn, to your surprise, it flies through the air and right into your hand. I mean, the precision could not have been better. I don't know if you've ever pulled something off like this at this distance.
No, this is exciting.
But the pocket watch lands securely in your hand. However, 2 of the guards scratch their heads and point at each other and gesture towards the building that you're in and start moving towards it.
Hey, Mook, I think we have to go.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how to get out of here. I'm just gonna put this in my pocket. I'm gonna live off of that victory for a few days, unless we get killed here.
Let's cut to Min for the last few minutes. And I just realized, thank you guys for noting this in our personal chat, that on an 11, which is what you rolled for your glide roll, right, Nikki?
Yeah.
I was supposed to give you a lucky opportunity for an 11 plus or for a 10 plus. So let's say this. As you soar over to Jing Min, you spot an alternate entrance on the back side of the building. Like to the side, you just see a vantage point where there's like a cellar access, like hatch doors. So you can use that
Right.
if you wish tactically later.
Yeah, I'm gonna note that so I don't forget next time.
Excellent. Let's go to Min. Min, you meet with Fumi on the rooftop. What do you do? I don't know what you're doing, so I'm curious.
All right. So a couple things. I found out my grandfather's here and he's probably dying. Also, Kumari said that there's obviously some truth in this. I'm not the best talker, and so she convinced me to get one of you guys to come with me. And she suggested, because I know you guys are worried that you're wanted and such, she suggested maybe a disguise, and I was thinking Lynn is a fantastic artist, so they could maybe try to whip up some kind of disguise, maybe like paint a raccoon on one of your faces or something. And also, I feel like we should completely change our plan with Cho. And I feel like that you guys should infiltrate the base while I'm at the dinner. Because then Tao won't be there.
Okay, that's a lot. In that case, we'll need two of us with one of us with you, and the other two are going to infiltrate.
Yeah, that's where it kind of changes things, but I feel like it might still be easier because Kamani said that Tao has like magical powers or something, and it really freaked me out. Like, I don't know. I think Tao was like a demon or something. I don't know. But it's just. So I really
Yeah.
feel like you shouldn't be here when this happens.
Okay, yeah. All right, I'll have to talk to them about who's going to be on which team.
Okay, and I'll just let Tao know that only one of my friends is coming. And it's
Okay.
whichever one of you decides to come, I guess.
Yeah. Are you going to
Think
be
it might
okay
be-
with your grandfather?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go talk to him and say goodbye for what could be the last time.
Do you need someone to come with you?
I think I'd rather be alone for this, but thank you.
Okay, if you need to talk to us after, you can.
If we get the chance. If we're all alive.
We'll be alive. We're gonna make it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe optimism doesn't get you killed.
Yeah, exactly. Optimism is how we're gonna get through this.
Okay. We'll find out if that's true. All right. Tell them.
Yeah, cause. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
So.
Finger guns, more finger guns. Min,
around.
you and Fumi part ways as her encouraging words echo in your mind. I would love for the camera to follow you from behind as you go back into the building through a series of hallways deeper into the earth, down into the base. And then you see just kind of a glowing orange light over the medical ward door. And we see you put your hand on the handle of the door and open it. and we see your grandfather before you with 2 waterbenders doing their darndest to heal him. And he is just very faint and turns his head slowly towards you at the door and just says, Minnie. And we cut.
What an ending.
Oh wow.
So sad.
Yo, you about to bomb your grandfather? You terrible child. Anyway, everybody, thank you for this wonderful time together. It's been awesome to hang with y'all. I love these moments right after the show where I'm just like so curious to hear y'all process and debrief.
I know,
If
it's
my
just so
my
much.
patrons and listeners are with me on that, we'd love to do some of that. And that would be probably the best configuration to explore, with Danny facilitating our like after show thing. So help us get a few more patrons, and we would love to make that happen. But until then, even I will be deprived of what all my players are thinking, because I have to go to bed.
Oh,
Yes. Yes, you do.
Well, thank you, listeners. We appreciate you so much, and we will see you next week.
See you next time. Don't forget to rate the
Bye.
podcast 5 stars on your podcast platform of choice.
Yes.
Check out our Twitch at twitch.tv/Dustfire Media and share the podcast with all of your friends, babes. Good night.
Night. Bye.
Night.
Are we gonna offer to read out all the 5 stars?
You know,
Ooh.
we could. You know, guys, maybe that's a me and you thing, and then we'll like send creepy voice memos to people who do it. It'll be cute. We'll discuss.
I like that idea. I like the idea.
That's a good
Awesome.
call out. Justin, I'm sure, has noted that. Everybody who's still hanging with us on Twitch, we're about to do a raid.
yes.
Let's make
Make it
sure we
extra
have our
creepy.
copy paste raidiness ready.
Some heavy breathing.
Some heavy breathing.
Just
All right. I am ready.
we appreciate you. Thank you for signing up to our Patreon.
All right.